Caption Close Atlanta, AP, a winter storm shrouded the deep south in snow and threatened more overnight as it advanced eastward. With temperatures expected to sink below freezing across much of the region, forecasters warned that black ice could make roads treacherous. The National Weather Service issued a winter storm warning for northern Georgia, including metro Atlanta, until Saturday morning and forecast up to 3 inches, 8 centimeters, of additional snow. The snowfall was enough to remind some residents of the 2014 storm that brought the city to a standstill and stranded motorists on roads overnight with just 2 inches of precipitation. Businesses closed and commuters left work early as snow mixed with rain fell in downtown Atlanta, jamming traffic on slushy roads far ahead of the usual rush hour. "We're surprised that this little snowfall would cause this much disruption to the entire city," said Lucas Racco, who stood outside with several colleagues as they waited for a ride to the airport. Racco was heading home to Switzerland after a business meeting and said he didn't know if his flight had been cancelled. Snowfall and icy roads in North Carolina closed government offices and schools, sent cars sliding off the road and altered the governor's travel plans. Forecasters said heavy snow was falling in the mountainous western part of the state with up to 6 inches likely in areas including Asheville. A winter storm warning was in effect through Saturday morning for western counties. Accumulations of 6 inches, 15 centimeters, were reported in Mississippi and northern Georgia, while at least 5 inches, 13 centimeters, fell in Alabama. Rare snow flurries were spotted in New Orleans. Motorists were urged to stay off the road in Louisiana for fear of ice. The weather band also brought a rare snowfall to parts of South Texas. "It's the first snow of the season, and any time you even mention snow in the South, you're going to get people a little panicky," said David Nadler, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service's office south of Atlanta. The Weather Service said the snow is expected to move into the mid-Atlantic, parts of the Northeast and New England this weekend. By late afternoon Friday, 688 flights had been cancelled at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, airport spokesman Reese McCraney said. Later that evening, Delta Airlines said on Twitter that it had cancelled 625 flights because of snow in Atlanta. Delta had prepared for the storm by having crews de-ice planes and waived fees for some passengers scheduled to fly Friday. Highway Department officials were monitoring the elevated roadways and bridges that stretch across much of South Louisiana, warning that motorists to stay home if possible. Some highways were shut down Friday, as snow fell in cities and towns that have little experience with it. Truckers were urged to stay off of Interstate 10 in Mississippi. Short, squat snow meant some already melting by Friday afternoon dotted yards and parks around Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Josh Black, a 30-year-old LSU graduate student, took photos of one tiny snowman outside the state capitol building near the gravesite of former Louisiana Gov.